So work with some professional service firms like law firms and things, and you can do a lovely kind of keynote to them or have a conversation with them for an hour, and by the end of the hour they're starting to feel and resonate that there's something in what you're pointing to, and you can see them really warming up to it and the eyes starting to open a little bit, some of the scales coming away from the eyes. And then a bit later on maybe they get back into thinking evaluation mode, ignoring the intuition, because we've dumbed our intuition phenomenally.
Yeah.
I mean, it is, oh wow, our seek for comfort and psychological clarity is killing off our intuition.
Yeah.
So you can tell there's resonance there, and then it gets sucked away by the dementor of conceptual thought.
I guess especially if they've got a board to go to get justification or a budget.
That exactly compounds it. And then the other sort of enemy at the moment in just popular culture is gists, what I call the gist culture, whereas people want to gist as something. So the number of people who are proudly, when they first start listening to my podcast, tell me they listen to it on times 2 because that's a good way of listening. I'm like, it might be good to listen to a podcast about cooking recipes for plant-based food or protocols for whatever. Do a couple other things while you're listening. Actually, for what we're pointing to with this direct inquiry, it's the opposite of what you need to do. You need to listen to it times a half, if there is anything.
Yeah, it's a slowing down.
Yeah. And trying to listen for a gist. Okay, I'm trying to work out what's this quality of mind before psychology stuff. Come on, tell me what it is. Tell me what it is. What is it? I need to put it in the box and go, oh, that's that. Yeah, okay, it's not for me. So it's when you're in the airport and you're looking at the bookshelves and you turn to the back of the book and they've got the one paragraph that gives you the gist.
Yeah, the blurb, yeah.
The blurb. That's brilliant for some things, not good for this.
Yeah.
Because the mind will it will use its old thinking or its existing thinking to decide what it is that you're selling, and then put it in a box.
Yeah.
This, you have to press pause on your current thinking and look fresh. Yeah. It's our gist culture, or the idea that people take things and then just rebadge them, the echo chamber. Mm-hmm. And there's various people out there who are brilliant at that. I won't say any names, but there's people out there, very popular business guru figures, who are brilliant at taking something that's already, it's not fresh, but they just rebadge it, and that stops people looking fresh, I think.
Yeah.
And using intuition.
And that's the thing, isn't it? This is much more real time in the moment, so it's harder to pre-write something about it if it's the experience that you have that has the real benefit.
Well, yes. I think that's, it's always my defense why I've never written a book, because I go, I don't want it to be solidified. But I guess the podcast is the same. But it's the experience of it rather than the words. It's the meal, not the menu.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's even more than that, I think. I think it's, and I talk a lot about direct inquiry as the nub to this. The way you inquire into what we're pointing to here about the seeing no self, you can't use thought in the normal way. It will get you nowhere. It will just drive you nuts. If you try to see what we're pointing to here, which is that there's no self, using what I would call conventional thought, if there's such a thing, you'll just go, what? No, I don't get it. No, there's nothing there. So you have to be taught a little bit about direct inquiry to see it. Now, people can see it without that. Of course they can. But it massively increases your propensity to have these realizations about the nature of consciousness and the self once you understand direct inquiry. And that was the bit that was missing for me for a few years, because I was pointing at this, pointing, without really being super clear on direct inquiry. And I now, at this current moment in June 2024, say something different in a year's time, see that direct inquiry is absolute doorway, the easiest, most elegant door in to seeing what we're pointing to.